What up, though, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Chopping It Up with Uncle Chon. Today's story will be set in Detroit, Michigan, and the year was about 1986. So I was about 15, 16 years old. And I had this homeboy named Gerald. Gerald was probably about a year older than me. Gerald used to like to gamble. I would say Gerald had a gambling problem at a young age. Uh, Gerald was one of those type of guys. One day he would have $5 in his pocket. The next day he would have 1,000. And he also boxed. He wasn't particularly good, but that's a story for another day. But he did box. He was kind of a tall, slender dude, and he always had these weird cars. So the car that he comes and picks me up with on this day is a Pacer. I think AMC made the Pacer. It was an egg-shaped vehicle. It was probably like a 1973 or 2 or something like that. I don't know. It was the same car that Martin used to always tease Cole about driving on the Martin show. So he comes through in the Pacer, and he's like, yo, man, I want you to take a ride with me. Go with me. I'm going to this tunk game. I need you to watch my back. So, you know, I had no idea what I was in store for. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. I wasn't doing nothing, so I decided to go ahead and ride with him. So we jump in the Pacer and we ride out to Highland Park, Michigan. And if you don't know anything about Highland Park, Michigan, there was a long time, a period of probably about 5 to 10 years, where Highland Park was like the murder capital of the world. It's a little city within the city of Detroit, and it's known for being no joke. Well, this place that we go is on the main road of Highland Park called Woodward Avenue. Woodward Avenue goes all the way from Pontiac to the river, to the Detroit River. So it's a long street. And we pull up at this storefront on Woodward Avenue in Highland Park. And when we pull up, it's kind of like these buildings, they don't look like nothing's in them. It's like, it look like abandoned buildings. If you ever been to Highland Park here, it's a lot of abandoned buildings in Highland Park. So we go up to this one, it was like a green door. And we go up to this door and he knocks on the door, and we wait a minute or two, and then this metal slide opens, flink, and you see these 2 black eyeballs look out, and he like, yo, and he said he was here to see, and he called out some guy's name or whatever, and they slammed the thing back, and next thing you know, you hear these locks coming off of the door, and this big metal green door opens. Now, when the door opens, the guy standing behind the door, you can either go straight and stay on the same level, or you can go up these stairs. So Gerald starts walking up the stairs. So I follow him. So we walk up these stairs, and when we get up there, it's a big, smoky, dusty, musty room full of mostly old dudes. Look like gangsters, all gangsters, old Detroit and Highland Park gangsters up in here, and they gambling. And I'm scared. I'm scared. As soon as we walk up in there, I'm scared. I have no place up in here. There's no reason for me to be here. First of all, I got about $35 in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not finna gamble, and I don't know none of these dudes, and everybody in here look like they scandalous. Like they'll take you up out of here. and I'm a kid, So Gerald sits down at a table with four other dudes, so it's five guys playing. One guy's Dylan, and they playing tunk for money, for high stakes. I don't remember how much they were playing for per hand, but it was more money than I had in my pocket. So I'm standing up there, and it seemed like I'm standing up there for hours. And they keep asking me, somebody keep coming over asking me, do I wanna play? And if you know anything about hardcore gamblers, they don't really like people standing around who ain't gambling. So nobody really wants me in there. And I don't want to be in there, to tell the truth. So I'm hoping, man, Gerald hurry up. So Gerald is winning, and he wins a lot of money. He won probably a couple $1,000s. So after he wins so much, and I guess this is what I was supposed to be there for, was he was like trying to quit, like, okay, well, it's been a good game, fellas. I guess I'm about to go now. So when he tries to get his money and get up, one of the guys like, wait a minute, hold up. You got to give me a chance to win my money back. Well, you gonna just win and leave? I need a chance to win my money back. And these other guys is kind of co-signing what he's saying. Now, mind you, we the two youngest dudes in here by far. Gerald's probably 17, I'm like 15, and these other guys is in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. Okay? So Gerald's like, well, he's, telling them he got to go and all this. And that's when something happens that made me almost want to wet myself. That's when one of them guys, he put one of them things on the table. And when he put his thing on the table, 3 more things came and was placed on the table. Now, me and Gerald ain't got nothing. Well, I know I ain't had nothing. And if he did have something, he damn sure didn't pull it out. So they like, look, you're going to have to give up, give me a chance to win my money back, And he gave Gerald that look. You know how them gangsters do when they open their eyes real wide and look at you like, I need a chance to win my money back. And I'm looking at Gerald, and Gerald sat his ass back down in that chair, and he sat up there, and I'm gonna tell you, he sat up there and he lost probably about $1,000 on purpose. And then after he lost, then he was like, well, I gotta go. And we got up, and nobody didn't say nothing, And all the time I'm thinking, oh God, at any minute we finna get shot in the back, And we kind of ease up out of there, and they kind of like walking us to the door, and then they kind of like, you know what? Y'all young niggas don't come back here no more. Don't come back here no more. And all I can think to myself, because I ain't saying nothing, because I'm shook. And all I can think to myself is, you ain't got to worry about that, buddy. I ain't never coming back here no more. So we get down the stairs, and the closer we get to the door, the more my adrenaline is going, because I'm tasting freedom. It's almost like if you had been like locked up or something, and you get to the end of the captivity or whatever, and you see freedom right beyond that gate right there. I'm looking at that door, and man, that door opened up, man, and I swear, when we got outside that gate, and I went over there, and I'm grabbing for the handle of that damn pacer, and this is before the remote lock or whatever, so he had to come over there and open up the doors with the key, and I'm like, man, hurry up, dog. And we jump in there, and and all I can remember was Gerald tall butt trying to pull off all fast in that slow ass pacer. And pacer just it ain't even had no engine noise to it. Just it probably had a 3-cylinder in that bad boy, but we got on up out of there. And we riding, and I'm like, man, how much money you win? He was like, man, I got up out of there with like $1,300. I was like, well, you need to have me like $300-400, right now. And he looking at me, I'm like, dog, you just put my life in danger. You know, so he went in his pocket and he gave me $300 bills. And I was like, shoot, man, stop him over at Top Hat and let's get something to eat. Almost getting killed, make you hungry than a mug. All right, we stopped over at Top Hat and got something to eat. And I told that fool, hey, look here, I ain't going on no more gambling trips with you. You know, and that dude, he loved gambling though. I mean, he just was a gambling fool at a young age. And I knew a couple of cats like that who was just hooked on gambling. You know, seemed like they just came out like that. You know, but we made it out of there all in one pack, and he won a little money, not as much as he had previously won, but you know, all in all, you know, it was all right because you know. We made it out alive. So that's that story. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, do me a favor. Like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. I thank y'all.